rebel because them and their families weren't being cared for. But I also was at a meeting and someone was saying that there's tens of thousands of Cuban troops in Venezuela now, and I'm wondering, do you have a feeling that there's enough Cubans there to make up the difference if the Venezuelan military tops out?
The Cuban elite intelligence they don't have the truth. There are thousands of people there, but the Russians now have a couple of teams there, and that's even more problematic. But they have more generals than all the U.S. generals in our history, and all are part of the narco trade and of the smuggling of oil before. So it's much more difficult than to buy one or being say 10 to Maduro and 7 of them and tell them, well, go to Cuba and make a deal, with Putin and Raúl Castro, and they would take it. I try to read the Cuban daily, and you don't. Venezuela is only a little part of grandma's coverage. My the two most hated people outside Cuba for the Castros are Carlos Alberto Montaner and Otto Reich. And when they read the body language and the expressions of the Cubans, is that ultimately they're not going to go and fight. They're going to enhance everything they can do in order to create problems for the United States of America. But they are not, but it's mostly like a game of chess and of exporting the problems. We have big issues in Nicaragua, big issues in Bolivia, not as great. But most of these powers, again, Iran has very low credibility in Latin America, but their whole goal is what's going on in their countries. For Iran is that if there is ever a Western attack, they will have immediate sympathy in other parts of the world. So the same happens with the powers in the Middle East, the same happens with Putin, and the same happens with China. Those countries have their own countries in mind and care less about the interest of Latin America.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. It has been a pleasure working with you over the decades, and I look forward to a continuation of this, and your new role at Action is going to continue your